Hello and welcome everyone. This is BUDCAST, episode 23. I'm Steve Bud here, and I got a good game for you guys today. We got another 1v1. This is retail, so it's not elite mod, just FYI. We got HamDuck here on the bottom of Green Tooth Gorge, playing the Space Marine Apothecary versus a friend of his, I guess, Raptor Alpha, playing the Raverner Alpha top here. So I'm kind of excited to see how this match is going to turn out. I haven't seen a Tyranid versus Space Marine game in recent memory, to be perfectly honest. So I'm kind of excited to see what these good players can kind of do with this matchup today. So let's get it going. HamDuck sends his Apothecary to his natural his natural power node first off. Cap that up real quick. Looks like he's sending his scouts to the secondary power node. So he's gonna go for a kind of power heavy tier 1 maybe we'll see. But he goes for a tactical Space Marine squad first, so kind of standard build order from him. So we won't see two scouties right off the bat. Raptor Alpha on the other hand sends his Raverner Alpha over here to his secondary power farm. Just cap that up real quick, and his Homogons to his natural, and he's gonna node up that power node instantly. So let's see. Raptor Alpha also is going 2 Termagant Broods, which is the standard Tyranid build. It's just so good late tier 1 and tier 2 especially. When you have both those toxin sack upgrades, you can really CC his squad like ASMs or something into oblivion. So he's really going to rely on that. I think this game, assuming HamDuck gets some ASMs, and yeah, it looks like he's upgrading the first toxic sack here on this Termagant Brood in the middle, but he's gonna have to retreat him here because HamDuck kind of threw his tax at him here in the middle. Raverner Alpha here on the left side of the map is gonna start capping this left VP, so we might have a 2 VP point lead over HamDuck here, and it's not gonna be that big a deal. It's only, you know, a minute into the game, so I mean, we're not going to see any 3 caps or anything, but you know, it's nice to just see players on top of the VPs. HamDuck, strangely enough though, he's not going to cap his natural or his secondary power farm. He's just going to go straight for the second tack, which is just a really tier 1 heavy build order. And I think he still might go ASMs as well. And Raptor Alpha there, missing a chance to really push that Apothecary off the field. It would have been really great for him to do that. Whenever you catch the Apothecary by himself, you want to just make sure you get that forced retreat. Let's see how this engagement works out. Apothecary does, however, get forced off. He couldn't really heal up these tactical Space Marines. They might even get a model loss here. Those Homogons are chasing him, but it looks like they're going to get away. But Raverner Alpha, though, winning the engagement is going to get some map control back a little bit. He's going to cap this middle VP with his Homogons, and the right one with his Raverner Alpha, and get it looks like he's just going to decap at least 2 of HamDuck's points here. Scout Squad, though, however, is just kind of shooting away at these Homogons, so he's gonna just kind of have him stay there until he gets the cap. So he's gonna get a couple free model kills on the Homogons. Meanwhile, though, Warrior Brood coming out here from a Raptor Alpha, gonna get on these tactical Space Marine squads, but they're just gonna go jump in the building. But ooh, strangely enough, though, he's gonna upgrade the Warriors to Barb Strangler, which you normally kind of don't see in this matchup. Because, you know, you want to save your Warriors for Tier 2 and get the Adrenal Gland upgrades, which you can't get now that it has Barb Strangler. So, kind of interesting pick here from Raverner Alpha. But, I mean, I think it's still going to be pretty successful. Because it's just really good anti-blob, you know? And that's exactly what HamDuck is going to do, considering he's Apothecary. Just blob up his 2 tacks, and now ASMs that just came out on the field. These Warrior Broods are going to get into melee, tying up these tacks, and they're actually going to out-DPS them as far as melee goes. They do still have 2 regular Warrior models. Ooh, but ASM's jumping on him, going to force a retreat. Might even get a Warrior Synapsis proc if he can get a kill, but he's not going to be able to. But yeah, here we go. HamDuck, he's got the 2 tacks, he's got the ASM. This is his tier 1 build. It's really frightening. There's not much really Raptor Alpha can do to stop it unless he can force retreat this Apothecary really early and prevent him from healing up the ASMs. Raverner Alpha here is kind of sneaking over here on the right. Not going to be able to do that much. He might go into melee maybe. I don't know. Just hang out over here and prevent the VP cap or any more damage here to his natural. Let's see, over here on the left, though, Raptor Alpha is getting a little bit of gen harass off. He's going for the node, but yeah, I don't think he got the 3rd one. I don't think there was a 3rd one. Raverner Alpha here coming up, meleeing these tacks, and it looks like Raptor Alpha is going to engage, but he doesn't have anything to really stop these Assault Space Marines. He's going to kite him around with these Warrior Broods, but these Termagants aren't going to do enough damage to force him off the field, especially with that Apothecary sitting right there. But Homagons coming in from the flank there. Raverner Alpha was just able to tie up these Tactical Space Marines just long enough for Homagons to get into the fray. But Scout Nade's going to come down and hit two Homagon models, but it wasn't enough to really have these Assault Space Marine squad, to have this squad stay on the field any longer. And he wasn't able to really do as much damage as he wanted to on this Homagon Brood. But that was a good engagement for Raptor Alpha. He's going to be able to have his Termagants here, get some map control back here on the right, or at least decap a little bit. He's got some he's got an interesting little tunnel positioning here. Probably didn't want HamDuck to really to destroy it so quickly, but oh well. Guess it's not that big a deal. Whoa. HamDuck is sending his assault squad over here on the left with less than 50% health. I'm not quite sure why. I'd rather. I guess he's Apothecary, right? He'll just heal it up later. He doesn't want to waste time. I guess. I mean, I'm just. Yeah. I guess I wouldn't do it, but yeah, he's just gonna go run over to his Apothecary and just get healed up. No big deal. Why waste time at the base when you're Apothecary? Raverner Alpha though, tunneling all over the map. I really want to see Homagons just like pop out of here and get straight on these assault squads. Warrior Brood gonna get some suppression going on. Let's see if we can do it. Ooh, nice nade, but unfortunately misses the Homagon squad. Raverner Alpha might even go down here. Ooh, but the Barb Strangler snaring up those Assault Space Marine models just long enough to save his hero. And Raptor Alpha here again winning another engagement. He's gonna get some more control back. Every time he wins an engagement, he has to get a couple points. So HamDuck has been keeping the map control pretty well despite losing a bunch of engagements. So he's been able to avoid getting gen bashed a lot here in Tier 1. I mean, considering Raptor just won the last like two or three engagements, he should have been able to really get all up on HamDuck's gens, but he hasn't. And now he's Tier 2. Raptor Alpha going straight for the Gene Stealer Brood, which is a really good squad pick. Especially this comp with the Space Marine, he just is relying so heavily on this one Assault Space Marine squad to really make the plays here. With the Homagons and the Warrior Brood here with the Barb Strangler, it's going to be a really good unit composition to deal with HamDuck at this point. And we also have to remember that Raptor Alpha has this Ripper Swarm call down, which is going to just really be a thorn in HamDuck's side as far as just having these Tactical Space Marines open. He's going to throw them on him to just tie him up and really cut down HamDuck's overall blob DPS. And they're just annoying. They're really hard to kill, and you know, they're Rippers, man. At least they're not as bad as they were when the game first came out, I must say. But HamDuck, he is also Tier 2, so he's going to go straight up for the Assault Marine Sergeant upgrade, which is going to be devastating. Look at that. The Merciless Strike. But looks like the Assault Space Marines are still going to be in trouble getting tied up, or getting rooted here by the Termagant Toxin Sacks. But Scouts now upgraded with shotguns, so these Gene Stealers are going to have a hard time really closing the gap. See if they're but they're still gonna make it. I thought they were gonna get force retreat a little earlier, Raptor Alpha was successful in getting at least one little pick on a tactical Space Marine there. Let's see. Ooh, Raverner Alpha actually has a synapse or a upgrade, so he's just going to be doing, or he's just going to give bonus damage to any units he's around with his hero. Apothecary here is going to get the extra regen war gear, and he's also going to get the whatchamacallit, Armor of Purity, which is the heal cooldown. So he's going to be able to throw out way more heals on these ASMs and just stay on the field that much longer. Ooh, and surprisingly enough, a Zonothrope here coming out from Ravener. I mean, yeah, it's another kind of one of those picks where it's like, you know, it does kind of make sense considering your opponent is blobbing, but normally we don't really see it that often in Tyranid versus Space Marine. I mean, it does do a lot of nice damage here to the attacks, but you know, against Eldar or Orc or something, it's that much more devastating. But ooh, a nice Toxin Sack going off on the Tactical Space Marine, but the Scout Shotgun's preventing the Gene Stealers from getting any model picks. Assault Space Marine's going to jump on the Zonothrope. Raptor's got to be careful, got to get it out of there before it goes down. You don't want to lose that. Gene Stealer's still on the field and in the retreat path here of the Assault Space Marine, so maybe you can get us a couple picks. Let's see, maybe the Sergeant, if he's lucky, he's going to get a couple hits off. And no, he doesn't get any Assault Space Marine models there, unfortunately, and the Gene Stealer's going to have to go back to base and re-up, get their 2 models back. Meanwhile, Ravener Alpha capping the middle point. Both players have still a full gen farms at their naturals, and let's see, the VPs are 391 to 369, so really close. But Raptor Alpha is gonna get the middle map control here at this point. So let's see, HamDuck. It looks like in tier 2 he's just gonna stick with sergeants and upgrades plasma gun for his tack. So he doesn't have the resources to really get that much else. So Raptor Alpha is gonna have the advantage as far as picking units to kind of counter what HamDuck has. Where HamDuck is just making his units incredibly strong. So, you know, just different strategies. Ooh, and the nice little tunnel placement. The Zonothrope can kind of just pop in and out of that. Ooh, and the Angels of Death going off, going to prevent the Gene Stealers from doing any damage and just using it at just the right time. The Apothecary with his Master Crafted Bolter is going to shoot the Zonothrope when he popped out, but he just retreated right back into the hole. Let's see if those ASMs are going to be able to do anything here now that they're really unopposed. Oh, and the Homogons and the Ravener Alpha just pop out of that hole. It looks like they're gonna... What are they gonna do? Are they gonna get a retreat? Just that Apothecary, man, just giving the ASMs a hot... They're taking damage, but it doesn't look like it. Are they gonna get a model loss? They're down to 3. Are they gonna get the Ravener Alpha? He's going down. He's down to 100 HP, but looks like he's gonna get away. Not really much else to finish off these Assault Space Marines, unfortunately, there for Raptor. The Zonothrope, however, is kind of over here. I'm not sure if there's a tunnel that he popped out of and then got destroyed. But he's kind of out of position. He needs to really be careful, especially with that Apothecary so close. Maybe if those ASMs were closer to it, he had to be a little bit more careful. Gene Stealer's going off on these scouts. Nice shotgun snare on the Zonothrope. Matt, are we going to see a bolter shot? And the Scout nade going off on the Zonothrope and taking it out. Wow, what? That was an awesome nade. Perfect nade from HamDuck right on that Zonothrope. I was definitely expecting maybe the Master Crafted Bolter on it to just kind of screw with Raptor. I didn't expect him to actually lose that. So unfortunate loss for Raptor, and really good play by HamDuck. And HamDuck at this point, he's still in tier 2. He doesn't have that much resources, so he's going to go for Razorback. I mean, considering the fact that Raptor did go Gene Stealers, HamDuck's probably pretty confident he's not going to see a Venom Brood out right away. But cool thing about Raverner Alpha is he has Corrosive Devourer, which is really, really good against transport vehicles like the Razorback. So we can just tunnel in, pop that, and do so much damage, especially with the Gene Stealers. If they're not on the ASMs or something, they can also follow up with a little bit of melee damage. Not as much as they would do in Tier 3, but, you know, it's only a Razorback. But for the moment, though, HamDuck is going to have a little bit of an advantage here. His little Space Marine Death Blob is going to be that much harder to really knock off the field, since you can just reinforce here on the fly. Yeah, it looks like he's going to take out this little tunnel and just kind of keep all of his main forces here on the middle VP. He might not even use the Razorback that much in the main fight and just keep it over here and make sure he keeps control of the second VP. But here we go. Looks like a big Tier 2 engagement here with the Razorback finally making his appearance. Salt Marines going in, just going right into the Tyranid army. Going to get off a nice Merciless Strike. Looks like a Venom or a Warrior Brute died, so the Synapse Backlash also knocked down everything. Oh, and a mass retreat from Raptor. He's just like, you know what? I didn't like that engagement at all. He's got a Razorback. Where is his Ravener? Where'd the Ravener go? Alright, so his Ravener wasn't around to do any damage to the Razorback, so he just mass retreated. And Raptor Alpha, though, is being so far ahead in tech. He's coming out with a Carnifex, so he doesn't really need to engage until it comes out. But thing is about that is he's gonna lose a little bit of VPs, maybe more than he should. He definitely has a huge army here, and now with that Carnifex backing him up, he's gonna have the courage to hit HamDuck straight on. All right, let's see how this turns out here. Gene Stealer's going straight in. Ooh, but he's going to retreat him right off the Razorback pathing block, using his pathing to block the Gene Stealers from getting into those attacks. But the Carnifex, being a Carnifex, doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. Going to get a couple hits off here on the Razorback. We're going to see a Corrosive Devourer proc. Or yeah, there it goes. It's off on the Ravener, and it's going to... Ooh, yeah, the Raverner Alpha finishing off the Razorback with his Corrosive Devourer, and with help of the Carnifex. I mean, he got a couple hits off himself, which probably shouldn't have happened. Maybe he was trying to pathing block it a little too much, not expecting the Corrosive Devourer to do that much damage. And curiously enough, he's going Barb Strangler on the Carnifex. I don't know. I would personally keep the Carnifex vanilla, because you don't know if HamDuck is going to come out with a tank or something. That way you can just melee it up still. But I don't know, I never really see the Barb Strangler Carnifex out that often. I know he has really long range, considering it's a Barb Strangler. So I don't know. We'll see how we can use it. Spore Mines might be pretty cool too. Just have him camp some Spore Mines back in his Termagants and wait for the ASM to jump in. I don't know. Maybe he'll do that. But ASM's getting tied up here by double Rippers. Right? Double, yeah, two. And looks like his Termagants are going to get pushed off here on the left side of the map to these double attacks. Yeah, so here we go. The Carnifex is going to push these ASMs, still not upgraded with Melt-A-Bomb. Doesn't look like there's any real anti-vehicle on the field here from HamDuck, but he does have a lot of float, and I guarantee you he's saving up for a tank. You probably buy it right now. It'd definitely be the best choice here. Gene Stealers popping their Frenzy regen on these attacks, but their little blue buff, what is it? No Fear or something? It's going to give them quite a run for their money and going to force the retreat here. Good thing he didn't stay in a little longer. He would have got knocked down by those ASMs. But Corrosive Devour, Spore Mines, and Carnifex are gonna push back the HamDuck blob here for a second at least. And yeah, here we go. HamDuck did decide to build a tank, so Raptor Alpha here is gonna be in a kind of tough situation. Having the Carnifex, I mean, I really would like to see him be Venom Brood kind of instead. It would give him just enough to really make that tank not worth it at all. But I don't know. Let's see how this kind of turns out. The Corrosive Devourer might be enough if he can get the Gene Stealers flanked behind the tank or something. I don't know. Upgrading the little armor, make it a little more tanky. Let's see with the next Tier 3 engagement how this happens. Let's see. Both. Only one of the attacks is upgraded, I guess, with Plasma. So the other one could get a missile if it really wanted to. Yeah, HamDuck has the resources for a missile, so I don't know. Maybe the Carnifex might not be that successful here in the next coming engagement. I guess Raptor Alpha is pulling back and waiting for the not Termagant Brood, the Venom Brood to kind of pop out. So Raptor Alpha is definitely picking his battles. He doesn't want to throw away wreck on units that he doesn't really need to lose. But I mean, that is a smart idea. But he is gonna lose map controls a lot here. HamDuck is gonna get the 3-cap. But ooh, if he can get these Assault Space Marines off the field, it'd be really good for the next engagement. But he's only taking them down to half, and the Apothecary just heals them right back up. But awesomely enough, they are out of power, and Apothecary can't heal power. Ooh, what? And the why did he pop? Strangely enough, he popped Angels of Death, and maybe not at the best time. Maybe to just prevent Raptor Alpha from really pushing. He wants to keep, I guess, this 2-cap going. Raverner Alpha getting pushed off the field, so no Corrosive Devourer to really get on this Predator, but Venom Brood's still on the field. Looks like these tacks are running in to tie him up. A couple shots on the Predator, so Predator is pretty low, getting healed up by the Scouties. Still no Melta off on the Assault Space Marine. I'd probably like to see that. Maybe he's just conserving his power for the Merciless Strike more than anything. Predator getting in range, gonna maybe get a couple shots off on something. But Corrosive Devourer and a Venom Brood coming into range. Predator is down to 90 HP, turning around. Looks like he's gonna get away. But these Gene Stealers getting a lot of hits on this Apothecary. Might go down. ASM's though jumping on top of him, so saving his Apothecary at the last second. Gene Stealers, staying in a little bit too long. Definitely, probably didn't need to lose that, but I mean, he tried to gank the Apothecary, so good, definitely good try for Raptor. So I mean, I guess Raptor kind of won that engagement, maybe. I don't know. He did get this Predator really low and did force a mass retreat, and he's going to be able to cap the mid as well as the left VP. But I don't know. I think HamDuck retreated just to save himself some wreck. I don't know if he really lost that engagement. But it's definitely getting pretty close as far as VPs go. Raptor Alpha is down to 74 VPs to HamDuck's 238. So Raptor Alpha really needs to just keep the map control in his favor. Let's see. He has 413 red, so I don't know. We might not see a global nuke here. What do you call it? Oh, I forget. What's it called? Oh man, it's slipping my mind right now. It's gonna suck. But let's see what can happen here. On the left, the Assault Space Marines going in on this Warrior Brood, but yeah, they're gonna get forced off here. So interesting enough, though, HamDuck is splitting his kind of main Space Marine blob. So I'm wondering if he's gonna even try to push this middle point with his ASMs there on the left. I'm curious to see. I mean, I guess he's using his scouts to heal this tank instead of go cap the map. But HamDuck, he does have so much wrecking. He has a lot of red. He might get some Terminators here soon or something, or maybe a Land Raider. I don't really know. I'd probably prefer the Land Raider over the Terminators, to be perfectly honest. Given that Raptor Alpha doesn't have that much AV on the field here. Apothecary going into the middle VP to cap it, but gonna get tied up here by the Gene Stealers. Might get a kill. Heal going off. Nice shotgun there. Ooh, the Carnifex is getting pretty low, getting shot up here by the Predator with the double las cannon. But let's see, he's getting kind of pathing blocked, or he's using the tank to kind of pathing block these Gene Stealers. But it looks like the Corrosive Devourer on the Ravener is gonna finish it off. So not a good situation here for HamDuck, but he is calling down. It looks like Terminators. Yeah, so Terminators from HamDuck. Gonna be it's still a good choice. It's better than nothing for sure. Going to go after that Ravener, but doesn't get the teleport off quick enough to shoot the Ravener down. Apothecary's gonna focus fire here on the Lictor. But looks like he's going to get pushed off the field from the Lictor, yeah. Assault Space Marine still chilling here on the left. Going to be pretty hard to push off the map. Especially if he's really relying on his Lictor for kind of map control. But it's getting really close, 74 to 82 VPs. HamDuck needs to get on him. His ASM is now finally going to finish capping the left VP, and these Terminators need to really get a hold of this right one quick enough. Nice scout nade here on the Lictor, almost getting him. Those scouts have been just really on point with nades this game. Would have been really awesome to get that kill. But these Terminators are gonna, looks like they're getting the assault cannon upgrade, which is just awesome. Just so much DPS, especially against Tyranid. But yeah, let's see if ooh, nice global nuke coming down here. But Angels of Death gonna prevent any Spire hits to really do any damage, even if they did land. Just getting rid of that red. I mean, it's 63 to 64. 2 VPs to HamDuck, and looks like he's gonna get a third. This blob is just too much for Raptor Alpha to really deal with. I mean, this Carnifex, man, it hasn't been as effective as it could have been. Say if it was a not a Razorback, Thornback. There you go, Thornback, or maybe even a Venom Brood. I don't know. Gene Stealer's going in on these Terminators, doing a lot of damage, but they're gonna get forced off quick. Both tacks popping their no fear buff, so they're also not gonna get pushed off. So HamDuck is looking like he's in a really good spot, down to 11 VPs in the 3 cap, and Raptor Alpha calls a good game. Yeah, so this game, yeah, I like this game. We got to see some Terminators. Really good tier 2 from HamDuck, I think. I mean, he was really able to push off Raptor Alpha's kind of superior force, or hold it off for a long time. He had Gene Stealers and he had his Zonothrope. He was able to really luck out and get that Zonothrope pick with his Scout Nade. That was pretty awesome. I probably would have not gotten the extra Barb Strangler here on the Carnifex. It would have been way better to get Venom Brood and then just get a Thornback or even a Venom Cannon on him. Yeah, I don't like that choice there from Raptor Alpha. But I mean, he's the Tyranid player, not me. Probably knows a lot more. But yeah, I had fun watching this game, casting it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll do some more casts pretty soon here. So yeah, stay tuned for some more stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.